Hey guys, well, here we are again. It's Saturday and I am on my way to my open house and I'm running a little bit behind. Traffic has not been accommodating. So what did I decide to do? I decided to dial y'all up and talk about real estate. I can't imagine why. So my first recommendation about real estate is to please turn off the news. I have never heard such negative stuff in my entire life. And you know, it's just all scare stuff. It's really stupid. I'm really kind of confused by what they're suggesting, because they certainly aren't suggesting anything. When I started real estate, interest rates were 8%. You know, they went up to 8.5%, 8.75%. Nobody was paying attention to what the interest rate was. Everybody was paying attention to what their mortgage was. What do I have to pay monthly? And that's what you have to figure out. And the best way to figure it out is with a loan officer. I have several. If you are a veteran and would like to do zero money down and willing to pay X number of dollars a month, we will find you the perfect house. If you are downsizing, we will find you the perfect house. Doesn't matter. It's all your budget, and whatever your budget is, we'll figure it out. So now that we've gotten rid of interest rates, there's nothing wrong with housing. Housing is good, and it's way better to put money in your pocket than to put money in somebody else's pocket. But the real reason I am talking this morning, or this afternoon actually, is I want to talk to sellers. I want to talk to people that want to sell their houses. I want to talk to people that are suggesting to lower the price on a house because it's not selling. Stop it. Stop it. The reason houses aren't selling right now is because buyers are sitting on the fence waiting for interest rates to go down. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the price of your house. Now, if it's overpriced, absolutely. And if you think your house is better than the guy down the street who just sold it for whatever he sold it for, and you've decided you should ask $100,000 more, well, we might want to have a conversation about price. But if you've done your homework, or your agent has done their homework, or somebody has done their homework to give you, an appraiser has done their homework to give you a price on a property, believe it. That's the number. Dropping the price ain't going to bring more buyers. All it's going to do is put you into a different bracket of people that are buying houses at that value. Now, if you want your house to look like it's a steal, then drop the price. But if you want to sell your house for the proper amount of money and negotiate on the price, don't drop the price. There are 3 reasons why houses do not sell. I'm going to give you 2 of them. There we go. Just telling me things I have no idea. I don't care what it's telling me. Okay. The first reason why houses do not sell in a tight market, in a market where you're not going to get a whole, 50 people to go walking through your house, where all we need is one person to walk through that's got the right amount of money, that's looking for that floor plan in that school district or in that location for whatever reason it is that they want to buy in that location. So the first thing that you have to look at is condition. Now, what does condition have to do with? What is the curb appeal on the exterior of the house? Is it painted? Are you clean out there? Did you power wash? Did you wash your windows? Did you declutter inside? Did you bleach the bathroom? The grout, especially. Get out all that yucky whatever is in there. Did you put away the towels? Did you clean off the countertops? Did you straighten out the closets? Did you get rid of all the knickknacks and extra stuff that you've got around? You want to move, right? So if you're going to move, start packing up all the extra stuff and put it nicely, neatly in a box. If you have a basement, pick a wall down there that you can put the stuff on. or pick up in the garage. It's kind of hot though. The only problem is you can't be putting, good stuff out in the garage right now. But pick a room, that you're going to neatly, put things in. So, did you hear me? Condition. Now, a lot of times I'll walk into a house, and one of the biggest things that helps a house, especially to smell really good, is paint. All you have to do is paint the house. No cigarette smoke. People hate cigarette smoke. Whether you're a smoker or a non-smoker, it don't matter. People hate cigarette smoke in their house. So go far away down the driveway by the mailbox if you're going to have a cigarette. But yeah, no cigarette smoke. Make sure everything is, really minimalized. Make sure you get all your beautiful photos and just put them away so that you can put them up in your next house. Declutter everything. Declutter the fireplace, mantle especially. Just don't even put anything up there. If you have a lovely photo, picture, or whatever over the fireplace, let that be the only thing up there. Get rid of all the plants. Get rid of all the plants. They're dust collectors. Spider webs. Get rid of, just anything that's extra. Anything that, if you have kids, go to Target or Walmart and get those big bins and plastic bins. Fill them up with the toys. Slide the toys underneath the bed. Doesn't mean the kids can't play with the toys when nobody's home in your house. It just means that when somebody's coming to your house, load up those bins with the toys and slide them underneath and hide them out of sight, out of mind. People want to walk into a house and they want to be able to see their things in that house, not your things. So that's number one. Condition of the house. And that's probably 50% of what people are looking at when they walk in the house. If you don't have updated countertops, that's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Just make sure they're nice, clean, and nothing's on them. And make sure they're, not a unattractive color, or, something like that. And countertops are not that expensive. If you need new countertops, DM me. Happy to give you my granite, quartz, marble people to come and install for you. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg on fixing up a house, but a coat of paint on that front door, when somebody's walking up, that's their first impression. When they're coming to that front door, getting that lockbox key out, they just have to stand there while their agent is, and all they have time to do is look around at the imperfections. So, clean up that front door. Another really good thing to use when cleaning walls. Let's say that, you've got a few handprints, but the wall is actually in relatively good condition. You don't need to paint it, but it does have some fingerprints or, some marks on it. So, get one of those, Mr. Clean eraser or something. Don't use it on glass because it scratches glass, but you can use it on the wall lightly, and believe it or not, it leaves the paint perfect. Don't scratch too hard because otherwise it'll take the paint off. But if you scratch gently to remove whatever the mark is or the stain is or whatever, it'll come right off. That thing is amazing. Also great on grout. It's also good on grout. Mold spray. It's something at Home Depot called Crud Cutter. I don't know if y'all have ever used Crud Cutter, but let me tell you, it definitely cuts the crud. Oh my God. All right. I'll tell you a story. So I had this lady one time, and she, her and her husband had done all these updates to their house, and they painted and they updated their bathrooms. They somewhat updated the kitchen, but not really. Painted everywhere though. The house was clean as a whistle. All their knickknacks were all boxed up, and so I went into this one room, and this was back in 2006. For anybody that was around in 2006, 2007, 2008, y'all know what was going on. The real estate market was horrible, just like it is with buyers right now. And anybody that's out there telling you that there's a plethora of buyers out there is lying to you. So get rid of them. Anywho, where was I? Oh, the lady, right. So I went into her kitchen. Sorry, there's apparently a detour over here. Who was expecting that? Not me. And so I'm trying to wrangle my way through it to get to where I gotta go. Just love detours. Anyway, so the husband, I said, please, if there's any way possible, your house is in beautiful condition, we can definitely get on the market by next weekend. However, your walls everywhere else have been painted and they're beautiful, and but this room, which was the heart of the house, it was the kitchen and it was the great room. So, and the great room, it wasn't a 2-story great room, it was just a regular 8-foot great room, and the husband was very handy, so it wasn't like he had to hire anybody to go paint for him. He could do it himself, and the trim didn't need to be painted or any of that stuff. Just the walls needed a coat to match the rest of the house and to freshen everything up. So the woman was, I can't even begin to tell you, adamantly against it. Anyway, we walked around the house. I checked everything out, gave them a few pointers on how to, update it a little bit, make it look really pretty and very, just really good first impression. So she was all about doing all that stuff. So about, 3 days later, they called me and said, well, we've done it, most everything that you told us to do. Can you come by and check the house? I was like, okay, great. So checked everything in the house. They had done everything. Kitchen, they had cleaned off the countertops. There was nothing, no tchotchkes around anymore. All the pictures had been put up. There was just, helped them do a little bit in the bookcases just to organize them so they were really pretty and stuff. And, but guess what? Wifey decided she didn't want to do the painting. So the husband said to me, so we've done everything that you told us to do, and my wife and I were wondering, do you think that we could go ahead and just put it on the market and not have to paint, the kitchen and the great room? And I said, sure, we could definitely do that. However, if you want the first person that walks through it to buy it, my suggestion is to go ahead and paint these 2 rooms. Now, I am not going to tell you what to do, but it will take longer to sell if these aren't done. Now, how did I know that? Well, 2 weeks previously, I had sold a house for a client simply because I told them something that they needed to do, because the rest of their house was perfect except for this one room. They did it. Prior to doing it, we got an offer because they hadn't done the one thing I told them to do. The inspection came and the people flaked because they got nervous because of the inspection, and because that one room wasn't done, they felt like their whole house was falling apart, which was ridiculous. So my client, we took it off the market. My client did what he needed to do, put it back on the market 7 days later, full price offer, and I sold it for $15,000 more in a bad market. So price does not matter. It matters if you've overpriced, but if you're correctly priced, there's no reason to drop your price. You've just got to be patient, and you have to make sure that these 3 things are done. First one, condition, because you can do, as a seller, the one thing that without a doubt that you have control of is the condition of the property. Okay? That goes from edging the lawn with curb appeal to not overdoing it with flowers at your front door or wreaths or any of that stuff, and just get rid of the wreaths on the doors. Just pretty front door, just freshly painted, just really pretty, everything power washed and everything clean. Anyway, long story short, the lady, looked at her husband was laughing. He said, I told you she was going to tell you to paint it. And they painted it. We put it on the market. By Sunday, we had a contract, full price. They closed in 3 weeks. They moved. They were on to their next adventure. So, you have total control of the condition of your house as a seller. All right? Number 2, here's the second thing. Marketing. Having your house on the market is great. But if you don't tell anybody that it's out there, they're not going to come. You've got to get the word out. Now, how do you get the word out these days? Well, simply putting a sign in your yard and hoping and praying ain't going to work. So, what have you got to do? You have to make sure that the person that you're interviewing has a market plan that is beyond amazing. And I'm talking beyond amazing. They need to have a YouTube channel that they are always feeding. They need to have, and you don't need a lot of subscribers on a YouTube channel, but you need a couple of hundred, so that this way the word gets out. It needs to be properly done so that you know that there's views that are coming to those videos. So make sure that, whoever it is that's out there, doing the marketing, make sure that they've got views on the, if you take a look right now and look at Zillow, and if you got your house on the market, take a look at how many people have looked at it, viewed it on Zillow. That'll give you an indication of how many people are out in the market right now looking at houses. And then look at how many people have saved it. Okay? Because saving it is directly related, especially online, to what the people are seeing. And what are they seeing? Are they seeing good pictures? Or are they seeing just average pictures? Or are they seeing any pictures at all? Are your pictures organized? Or are you trying to figure out, am I in the living room or the dining room or the great room or the kitchen, or, oh gosh, now we're down in the basement, didn't even know we went down there. So make sure your pictures are organized. Make sure that, the biggest thing right now is video. The stagnant advertising is not working. If you just put a picture out there and say, come to my open house, no. It doesn't work. What you have to do is you have to do a little video with some crazy stuff in it, and music and jumping up and down and whatever you can figure out on how to, strategically place that YouTube or that Instagram and that Facebook ad. Those are the two things that drive people to your, and the more, pop words that you use to drive them to do something will increase your chances of getting people in the house. So I would say that curb appeal feeds right into the picture part of marketing, because if your house is in a mess, and these realtors that are out there taking pictures of closets, can I make a recommendation? Unless that closet looks like something out of Sex and the City when Mr. Big built the closet for Carrie, don't be putting people's closets into your pictures. It's ridiculous. I don't want to see people's clothing unless it's a beautiful closet. I mean, there are beautiful closets out there, and in some of the high-end houses that are built, and even in some just regular houses that are not, over $1 million, people are doing some amazing things to their closets. Make sure it looks like the Kardashians' closet. Oh my God. Anyway, okay, so those are the two things that you can do something about, okay? The marketing of a property, make sure that it's properly being marketed. And if it's properly being marketed, then hey, guess what? It's obviously not your realtor's fault. It's the market. But is it price driven? To a certain degree, yes. But you have properly priced it, dropping the price is not going to bring more people. All it's going to do is put less money in your pocket. Now, if you want the third reason to revive a house and get it out there, so we've got curb appeal and marketing, and if you want that third reason, there's three. Just down in the remarks, in the comments section, just below the video, just be sure and put the word seller, and I will respond to you with exactly what the third thing is that you need to do. So, I'm dying to tell you, but I'm not going to. It's terrible because I always like to give you as much information as possible and make you successful, and this is killing me to not actually tell you what to do. So, go on. This is Ann. I'm live from the Lexus. I will probably do a little open house live when I get there. God, this traffic. I mean, seriously. Terrible. But as soon as I get there, I'll walk y'all through. It's a really cute little house, completely renovated over in Decatur. Did a fabulous job on that renovation. It's absolutely spectacular. My favorite thing in the whole house, there's two. I have two rooms. Actually, I have four rooms that are my favorite. One is the kitchen. The kitchen is amazing. I mean, white cabinets, quartz countertops, hot glass backsplash, huge, good, definitely the perfect place, to have guests and friends over, and it's perfect. My second room that's my favorite, believe it or not, is the laundry room, and I'll show you the laundry room also. The laundry room is very cool. The flooring in the laundry room we did is amazing. So it really turned out well. My third room, that's one of my favorites, is the master bathroom. Oh my goodness. We made it into like a small spa. It is fabulous. Like when you walk into a spa and, you've got all that wood and teak around you and all that stuff. It's lovely. And then my fourth favorite room is the secondary bathroom. Secondary bathroom came out gorgeous. It's got kind of sort of a slate color floor with big tiles in there. It has a gorgeous bathtub with tile backsplash, and then the double vanity in there is absolutely lovely. So I can't wait for y'all to see it. Oh, and the backyard is really good. It's huge. Tons and tons of space out there. So house has great curb appeal. When we were doing it, we had a problem. It had so this house was built back in 1942, and from the house to the street, a lot of the older houses in Decatur used to use iron pipes, and obviously over 42, it's longer than that. It was 68 years, 78, 88. This house is almost, it's 80 something years old, 90 something years old. So what happened with that was, the corrosiveness in the pipes, it broke the pipe, and so we had to dig up the entire front yard with an excavator, it was nuts. So, but it turned out really nice. But we had dirt. Now we have grass, and it turned out beautiful. It's partly still weeds, but mostly it's Bermuda grass now, which has turned out really nice, which I'm very excited about. So our curb appeal should not hold back this house from selling. So we are on our way there now. When we get there, I will hold on, I gotta change lanes here. Talking and driving. Oh, more traffic. Lord. Anyway, when I get there, I will do another live video, and we'll see you. We'll see you there. This is Ann Milano, live from Lexus, driving. Bye, gal. Oh, gotta figure out how to turn this off. Good thing I'm in traffic.